A collection of stories written by traveller women in Donegal.
My Family by Ellie Ward. My name is Ellie Ward and I am a traveller. I got married at 18 to Pat. We have 6 children whose names are Leanne, Martin, Charlie, Abby Rosara, Pat and Bernie. They were mostly reared in a house. We sit down and tell them stories from years ago. They still love the travelling life in the summer in the trailer. They love to speak in cant, which is a traditional traveller language. They love to go to school and education is very important to us. It's a lot easier nowadays to live than years ago when times were very hard. Children have it easy nowadays. I still think years ago were homelier times.
My Memories by Bridget McDonagh. A happy day for me was helping my daddy with his horses to feed them and give them water. My mother's cooking was the best, no matter what. She always had everything so nice and tasty. Her baked bread was so nice that it didn't matter if I ate anything else. The day my little girl was born, I cried with happiness. She was only a very tiny little girl. I never give up on her, and I don't think I ever will. The day I got my little house for my children was another happy day for me. I had all my boys before I had my daughter. I loved them all, my little grandchildren, to bits. I was on the side of the road in a trailer with my kids. The winters were very hard for us.
Me and My Son by Kathleen McDonagh. I like to cuddle my baby before bedtime. I like to spend some time playing with Michael. It makes me happy knowing Michael is fed. We like to dance and have fun. We are very close mother and son, and our bond will never be broken.
The Wedding Dress by Teresa McDonagh. 7 years ago, I got married to my husband. It was the happiest day of my life, and I was so excited for the wedding to come after he proposed to me. We flew to England for a beautiful wedding dress to be designed exactly how I wanted it. It was my husband's first time flying, and he was so nervous. It took a few times flying back and forth to get my beautiful dress just right and to bring it home to Ireland. I was so worried my husband would see the dress on the way back because it is bad luck for the groom to see the bride's dress before the wedding. It was just my luck as he carried it onto the plane, hidden in the wedding bag, it decided to rip. Thankfully, it only ripped a bit at the bottom and he didn't see it. We got it back safely and was with the dress hidden. I left it in my mother's before our beautiful wedding day. Mary from Dunlow by Kathleen Ward. I came from a big family of 19 children with 9 boys and 10 girls. We practiced the traveller ways, travelling all around Ireland and England in a horse and cart. My oldest sister Mary was the firstborn and she was born in Dunlow, so we called her Mary from Dunlow. My father was a tinsmith and we lived in tents on the side of the road. We were all very happy and I remember my mammy's cooking. We didn't have any toys and enjoyed making our own toys. We would pluck the rushes at the side of the road, play jack stones and hide and seek. I got married young at 16 and we had a family of 12. We didn't get any schooling, but my family and my children did. Walking Home by Bridget Ward Sr. I am a 55-year-old traveller woman. To survive, life skills were handed down to me from my mother on how to cook, clean, hand wash clothes and how to beg. Going to school was very important and we were sent to school every day, dropped off by my father. We would then walk home from school in the evening in groups with our cousins. I left school at 13 years old with very little reading and writing. I married at 18 years old, which was 37 years ago. We were very nomadic, travelling around Ireland and the United Kingdom. I am now living in Bundoran in County Donegal. I have lived here and in Cliftoney for over 20 years. I have 9 children and 19 grandchildren. I became a grandmother at the young age of 36 years old.
Family by Bridget Ward. I remember back when I was 5. It was my first day at school and my father took me on his bike. I was really excited but also nervous and I didn't want my father to leave. I also remember the day I got married. I was 19 years old. All of our families came together and we celebrated a traditional traveller's wedding with 5 beautiful wedding cakes made by travelling women, including my mother. Today I'm 43 years old. I have 8 children, 5 boys and 3 girls. I became a grandmother at 42 and I have a beautiful granddaughter. We are a very close family and I'm a very hands-on nanny.
My Children by Geraldine Ward. My name is Geraldine Ward. I was Geraldine McDonagh before I was married. I was 15 years old when my husband Jimmy came to me to ask my dad for my hand to get married to him. We decided to get married. He stole me away. We lived with each other for 12 months. We decided to get married when I came 17. He's in love with my life forever. And only man ever in my heart till death till us part. I waited 6.5 years for my first son, John. Today I found out I was pregnant with him. I had a shock of my life. I reared him in blue and white clothes for 3 years after I had him, after Our Blessed Lady. I promised her this, if she gives me a baby, I'm going to rear him in blue and white clothes for 3 years, and I did. I'm so thankful to her. The day he came into this world was the happiest day of my life. I have a wee girl, Rosie, coming on 14. She's a daddy's girl. I remember one day she was very sick with a vomiting bug and maybe very scared that I would lose her. I remember hugging her so tight at her bedside, but thank God. I was so proud and relieved. My husband is very into horses. My kids really loves him. My son Charlie is mad for them. He's only 12 years old, so proud of him. I like my children going to school. I'm 49 years young coming at Christmas. I was young when I had my first grandchild. Grandchildren now. Happy for what I have. 32 years married. This for my children. Raised them. My oldest girl, Kate, very really good health, and I miss her so much. I love her so much.
My Christmas Boy by Nikki Devanney. My son Christopher was born on Christmas Day. He is always a happy boy, always singing and dancing. Other happy days in my life were when my wee son JJ was born and also when my baby girl Harper was born. Other happy days are when we all go places together as a family and when the kids are happy.